Hey everybody, it's Matt Larson. Hey, in this video, you're going to learn how to find the true value of a house. Now that is actually called the ARV, which is the after repaired value. It's not the current value of the house, it's the after repaired value. After all the rehab has been done, what is that house worth top of the market? Now, one side note, you're going to meet through video, you're going to meet my assistant, Amanda. Now, Amanda is amazing. She has been with me for 4.5 years, almost 5 years, and she's been an assistant. She does a lot of little odds and ends tasks for me. She helps me make all my offers. She does all my video creation because she's a lot better on the computer than me. I taught Amanda how to do all of these videos years ago. And so now that human automation piece is done for me. Now we're going to learn about human automation later on in this course so that you guys can leverage other people's strengths as well. Now I'd be lying too if I told you that I'm better than at computers and technology than Amanda. Amanda is at a much higher level than me. I know real estate really well, and I've taught her the real estate skills. But she's so good at technology, I let her do that. That's not my strength. My strength is real estate, finding buyers, finding sellers, finding deals, and putting it all together and making money. I let her use her strengths. So with that said, we're going to learn how to run comps. You have to know this is one of the most important pieces of this whole equation. If you put a house under contract and you pay too much for it and you think it's worth a lot more than it is, you will struggle to wholesale that property. Your buyers will think that you don't know what you're doing, and your buyers won't buy those properties, and that could damage an opportunity to sell that property to that buyer in the future. So we go into really deep detail on how to find the value of a house. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Amanda. She's going to walk through a screencast video where you can literally walk through the actual video and the Zillow website we use to pull the sales from so that you can figure out how to run comps as well. Now, notice I'm saying Zillow, I'm not saying Zestimate. Do not waste your time looking at the Zestimate of property. That number will not be accurate. I think I just heard something the other day. I looked it up and it was accurate. The CEO of Zillow actually just sold his house for like 35 or 40% below the Zestimate value. So that should tell you a little something about Zillow. We do refer to Zillow on occasion for the right application, but not when running comps. However, Zillow does collect the sales data of houses in the area. So as long as you add in the actual manual piece of finding the sold homes, finding the values, and doing the 7 steps we're going to lay out for you for finding the ARV, it's a great tool to use. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Amanda and watch, learn, and practice. When I was learning how to do comps, I would write them out again and again and again, and I got really good at it. So anyway, this is an important piece. So check out the video and put it to work.
This is a video on how to find the after repair value of a house by running comps using Zillow. The first thing that you want to do is write down the information of the subject house. So as you can see here, we have the address, beds, baths, square footage, what type of house it is and when it was built, and if there is a garage or a basement. After you've written that down, you'll want to go to Zillow.com and type in the address. Once you get to Zillow, you'll need to expand the selection, and then to find the comps, you'll scroll down, and then over here on the right-hand side, you'll see nearby similar cells. Go ahead and click See Cells Similar to 2724 Brady or the address that you entered. Okay, and here is where you can see all of the cells and the area of the subject home. The green circle is the house that you entered, and all of the surrounding yellow circles are the comps. You can scroll through. Now, to begin, what you're going to want to do is find the houses that are similar with the criteria of your house. So the beds, baths, square footage, that sort of thing. So as you're going through these, you can see some of these sold really cheap. Now you can go ahead and discount those if you know that they probably sold as is, or you can go ahead and click on them and just see. As you can see here, this one was a homepath.com, and it looks like it was sold as is, as you can tell from the pictures. So if you want to just go through those, you definitely can to rule them out. But to find the comps that matches your house, so for example, okay, so here is where I was just explaining to search for the comps, you'll want to use this criteria. And you'll want to get as close to it as possible when you're looking at these comps. Exact comps, 3 beds, 1 bath, 1334 square footage, something that is exactly like your house might not always be possible. So just pick the best ones and then we can make adjustments later. Okay, so I have the comps here and I'll show you how I found those comps. Looking through, I want to find a house that's 3 bed, 1 bath. So I just kind of start there and I can see right here, this is a 3 bed, 1 bath. And the next thing I look at is the square footage. Our house is 1334, and then this one is 1354, so that's pretty close. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open it in a new tab, and then I'm just gonna check it out. So I wanna look at the pictures, if there are any, which there are here, just to see the condition. Make sure it's a retail sale, and you can also look at the description that they have down here. And then you want to check it out to see what type of house, so if it's a 2-story like ours is, when it's built. So you want to get it kind of in the same year built. This one's 1914, ours was 1904. A little bit of difference, not too bad, so we could definitely use this one. And then ours did not have a garage. And as you can see here, this does have a garage. Sometimes Zillow won't have the full description of a house, and in that case, you can go to the county site, or even if you click see more details, you can sometimes find the county website here and just click on it and go to the county site for more information from Zillow. So this is a comp that we could definitely use. Let's keep searching. Okay, as you can see here, here's another 3 bed, 1 bath. A little bit less square footage, but still within the range. So we'll click on that one, check everything out. And sometimes it takes a minute for the pictures to upload. Okay, we can see the condition here is good, so we could use that comp as well. Going back, just keep scrolling through. And there are some other comps, but I'm looking at ones also that have pictures, so as you can see, if we get down here just a little bit more, here's another one that I used. So opening that in a new tab, we can see that it is a 2-story frame, built 1910. Square footage is 1424, so that's pretty close to ours. And then let's see if there's pictures. Okay, so no interior pictures, but we could use this as well. So another thing you want to do is, let's open up. You want to see how close a property is to the subject house, just to make sure that it is within range. So if you open that up and put in your house, and then open up the directions that I just clicked on, we'll do this very last one so you can see. Okay, 0.2 miles, so right down the road. Okay, so that's definitely close enough to use. And as you can see, I added the distance here below. So once you have your comps, go ahead and write down all of the information, just like we did on the subject home, beds, baths, all the rest of the home information. And then I gave you the google.com/maps, so you can search the distance for each. Next, once you have those comps, you can actually run the numbers, which will give you your after repair value. To do this, you're just going to take the sell price of each house and divide it by the square footage of that house. So this was the very first comp, just as an example. And you'll do this for each one. So here you can see, after I broke it down, I put the price per square foot of each house beside each comp. That just makes it easy so that I can see each step. And then what we're going to do next is take those three numbers, add them together, and then divide by 3. The reason we're dividing by 3 is because that's the number of comps we have, so it gives us an average. If you had 4 comps, you would divide by 4. Okay, so that gives us, again, the average price per square foot. And once you have that, you're going to take it and multiply it by the square footage of the subject home. And that's going to give you your ARV before any adjustments are made. So you can see here, 91.17 is the average price per square foot. And then 1334 was the square feet of our subject home. And that gives us an ARV of 121,616. And this is where you're going to make any adjustments that are needed. To make adjustments, the best thing you can do is talk to a realtor just to find out, how much you need to adjust for any specifics. So here you can see our house did not have a garage. All of our comps did. So we would definitely want to adjust for that. And what I did is in our area, and it depends on the appraiser, that's kind of what I went off of when I discounted this house. They take off about $3,000 to $5,000 for a 1-car garage. And you would just double that for, a 2-car garage, etc. Okay, so here, 2 of the comps had a 2-car garage. So to be safe, we could discount the ARV anywhere between $6,000 to $10,000. So here is my range. The ARV after the adjustment for the garage was made is anywhere from around $111,000 to $115,000. And that's how I came up with the ARV based on running comps from Zillow.